hello once again, you all. We are so excited to be here once again. We WFTB 104.1 Tab Nashville Gospel Radio, also being recorded Sacrificial Conversations in the place on today. Monica, it's so good to be back. We were absent last Monday because of the holiday. We had a blessed time, don't you know? We had a blessed time. What you said about our holiday weekend last week, man?
We had a fabulous holiday. We actually unplugged from everything. All outlets. My husband left his phone in the bedroom. I've never, in these 35 years, seen him leave his phone. No social media, nothing. He totally unplugged. We spent time with family, friends, a lot of cooking. Oh my goodness. A lot of cooking, a lot of eating. Just really having, our door was open to a little bit of everybody. So we had a fabulous time. And tonight we have our grand pup here as well. He's not behaving very good right now. We told him to sit, but he wants to be, I guess, the center of attention on tonight. So, guys, we hope that you don't have to hear us fuss at him. But he's like a 2-year-old child. Tell him to sit, he still get up and do any and everything that he's not supposed to do. But other than that, he's good. He's never been on the show with us before. So, yeah. Yeah.
So, y'all, tonight, y'all, first of all, this whole month, we're going to be talking about something very special. We know that this is the month of Father's Day. Am I correct?
Yeah, Father's Day is in June.
Okay.
Yes, you are so correct.
And I have a problem with Father's Day, and that's because I am a father. And the reason why I have a problem with Father's Day is because I don't feel like fathers get celebrated as much as Mother's Day. And I understand why. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't get it and I don't understand why. But it's still a tragedy when you know that Mother's Day gets celebrated more than Father's Day by some of us. Do you want to elaborate on that, Monica?
Well, you are entitled to your opinion. I'm quite sure a lot of gentlemen feel the same way. But I don't know. It's kind of like when they say girls who run the world, girls. So it's kind of like who run the world, or with Mother's Day. It's the same. It's the same concept, I guess I'm saying. But you all should get some good accolades, especially when you have awesome fathers. Like I know we have DeMarco in the room, you yourself. It's our pastor. Well, it's just so many people that we get this name that are excellent fathers. And I know you all feel slighted, but just to me, look at it like this. As God knows your heart, He knows everything that you do as a man. So therefore, that's when you get your accolades. Don't worry about the worldly stuff around here. God got you. He knows how you take care of your kids. And then I'm gonna help you out on, because Father's Day. Let's go back. Let's dig in since he wants to dig. We're gonna dig in with the definition. So I pulled some information. So a father is considered biological or legal male parent. That's father. So that's me. That's like cut and dry. But dad is someone who has an active role in raising and nurturing their child. So I don't think it should be called. I guess they do fathers because it's biological, but dad has a heavy weight because a dad, like you say, is there for a dad. I remember I have a biological father and I have a dad. So dad helped with homework when he got off at 11 o'clock at night. Dad made sure there was food on the table. He will cook. And I know y'all heard me talk about this goulash. And goulash is anything that's in the refrigerator. You mix it all together. And we thought it was the most fantabulous meal there was. So he would also cook. He taught me how to drive. those things you can't get back. You understand what I'm saying? So when Father's Day do come around, I want to make sure he is honored. And the same with you, with our kids. They make sure you are honored. Why? Because you are a good dad. You're not this definition of a father who is just a biological male parent that donated, I'm going to go here, a sperm.
Yes.
So it takes more than just that title. So I hope that ease some of the men's heart, because you know, men are considered head of the household.
Men that's being dads. Let's make
men that's truly being dads.
Right.
You know, because DeMarco told me all the time he had girls that he had to comb hair. I was like, you comb hair? So that's a dad.
Yeah.
Biologically, he haven't combed any hair. He ain't combed any heads. He haven't helped any homework. He doesn't go up to the school. You know, he's not there where if for the males, if you have a problem with a girl, dad's there to coach you. Dad's there for football. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm going with this thing.
So I like the way you started this, because y'all, we're gonna go deep, a little deeper in a couple of seconds, because I got two special guests with us today that's gonna explode this thing about fatherhood in 1 second. We're really gonna unpack some things, but I want to go here real quick. So a lot of fathers and dads, I believe, don't think that they have nothing to do with the birth of their child. I feel like sometimes fathers think that the mother is really the only person that really has something to do with the birthing of a child or the nourishing of a child. We just give the seed, and then it's just y'all. We have nothing else to do with it. What doing a little research, and someone told me this, and then I went and researched it myself. So what actually happens when a man produces, or he gives the woman the sperm from his body into the woman's body? What happens is that sperm cell in your sperm, you take that egg, and what happens is it connects with you, and those things connect, and they create the umbilical cord. Okay. That the umbilical, it creates the baby, but the umbilical cord is also created from both the male and the female. So it's something going on in your body from both of us. The father is still present. We're always present, but our job when we get inside of you is to nurture. It's to help nurture it. So we help create the umbilical cord that helps feed the child. So when a mother eats, when a mother eats or drinks or anything, that the food goes into her mouth, the water goes into her mouth, and it doesn't go straight to her mouth to the baby. It has to flow through the umbilical cord in order for the child to receive food, in order for the child to receive nourishment. And the only reason why I'm using this is because we have to understand as dads that we always have to be nourishers. We have to understand that we never can stop providing. Just like we start providing inside of the mother's womb, helping with the umbilical cord, because if we didn't give that seed and that sperm, the umbilical cord wouldn't be formed. Okay? Mm-hmm. It would not be formed. So we're forming the thing that's actually providing food, providing some type of protection, because you get your vitamins, you get everything from the umbilical cord. So I'm saying this to the fact that a father is always supposed to, first of all, provide for their child. And when I say provide, I'm not just talking about money. People might think I'm just talking about money. Fathers have to provide money, protection, love. I mean, it's so many things I can go on and talk about what a father has to do. And then even if you don't get the accolades that you're supposed to get, because sometimes fathers don't get recognized until they're dead. Okay, they really won't get recognized or get their accolades until they're gone. Then that's when people say he was a good dad, or he did this, or, you know. So it's a lot that goes on. So I was saying those things to set this up, because one thing that a man has to understand, and this is just me right now, the greatest thing that you can do as a man, and I pray that every man hears me when I say this. The greatest thing that you can do as a man is to have a child and produce a child. That is the greatest thing you can do for God on this earth, anything. But when you produce that child, you have to understand that you have to continue to nourish. You have to continue to take care. You have to continue to provide. You have to continue to be there in their life. You cannot be a sperm donor and don't do nothing after that. It doesn't add up. The math doesn't add up. Jump in, Monica, because I know I've been talking a lot. Come on, jump in this conversation real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to. I know this can be a touchy subject for many, but I agree with you. The dad has to know his position in this thing is crucial. No matter how you look at it, like I say, I have a biological father that wasn't just actually present at the time, and I was graciously given a step dad, which I never used the word step because he's been my dad since I think mom said when I was 2, and so that's the person that I really know as dad, and so I just want the men to understand. Think about it. Are you truly? Are you just a father, and that means you pay your child support, and you might see the child every blue moon, but that's it? Are you truly that dad that takes on all responsibilities of this child? You can help this child mentally, physically. Can that child honestly say that you was there in their life? You were actually present. You actually done some things. Money is good, but sometimes you want that undivided, that unconditional love. Christ gives us unconditionally. Nothing is attached to it. And so I'm just hoping that men understand and your kids need you. I told Teddy a lot of times when I used to watch TV shows and they do the daddy daughter dance, and I'd be like, I didn't ever get to experience that. Because my stepdad was always at work, and he wasn't that kind of dad that would have taken. I mean, I guess if he would have, if he had to, he would have. But I just see the relationships that sometimes you see on these shows that it's just, the girls are just head over heels over their dad. I haven't had that type of experience. That we're
going to call that the Cosby Show experience.
No. You got plenty of women that had some excellent dads, just like you see on the Cosby Show. Good times, and hey, we telling our age. Yeah, because you don't think James was good to his kids?
James was a good dad, but James was a good dad. I'm gonna leave because James was there. Yes, he was. He was.
I'm with that. Okay, listen, we walked down this path, Sanford and Son. You don't think Fred was good?
You
don't think Fred was good?
I don't know about Fred, y'all. We're gonna leave that.
Then I'm gonna throw one more to Jefferson's.
I agree. I agree with you. We did get some good shows that we saw that helped us want to be like, that's good. I want to see that. So I agree with you. That was excellent.
Because when James on Good Times laid down the law, he laid down the law.
And he was a protector. Yes, he was.
Very much so.
Because when the gang members came to the house, James Evans whooped the gang member in one of the episodes.
With a belt.
Yeah. So you on it with that.
I'm talking about.
So we're talking about protection. We're talking about so many things, you all, that a father provides and needs to do.
I remember I like that word dad. Father, yes.
Dad, I like that, Mom.
Yes, dad.
So we need to change Father's Day to Dad's Day.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Can we do that?
We can't do that. We can do it amongst ourselves.
That's what we'll do it amongst. We're gonna call
I don't know about the world.
Dad's Day instead of Father's Day. That's what we're gonna start doing, and I like that. But you all, let's go a little bit deeper.
Yeah,
so today, y'all, because this can get away from us. Today, we have 2 special guests, and one of the guests is my daughter. Okay, and I had to use her because y'all, I don't. This is the one thing that I do, and I don't brag about nothing, but I'm proud about one thing, and that's one thing is that I stayed the course for my children. I did not leave. I was there, and I did not, no matter what I was going through mentally, physically, financially, I said I was never going to let my kids go a day without me there in the home with them as they grew up. And that's one thing that I do not take lightly. And I know it's situations. I'm not talking to everyone's situation. I'm talking to me, Teddy. I was not going to let my children do or go through anything or any hurts that I had to see or you had to see or any other child had to see out there in life. So I have my daughter, Trinity Chisholm. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves in 1 second, and then I have her special friend with her today, and his name is Jarrell, you all. And this is a young brother that I got to meet as Trinity was in school, and I did not really get to meet him till he started coming down here and spending summers with us, and I got to talk to him and really, open up. And I pray that after this and just going on in life, something will go forth with me and him. But I want to introduce these two tonight. Y'all, Trinity, we're going to start with you. Introduce yourself to our platform on the night. Let them know age and just who you are, Trinity. And what you do as well.
I'm Trinity Chisholm. I go to Kilmsville University, sophomore in college, and I play flag football and want to produce movies as my major. Amazing.
Jarrell, brother, give us your full name so they know everything, your last name, and then just tell us a little bit about your age and who you are, bro.
My name is Jarrell Henderson. I'm 19. I live in Michigan, and I work down there, and I do college online.
And do college online. That's amazing. 2 young people in the building with us.
Church, where Pastor Darren Freeman and Lady Adrienne Lewis Freeman are our leaders. We are the church where we love God and love God's people. Remember, we want you here. We want you
here. The topic on our show tonight is called Fathers Present versus Fathers Absent. As you all look at my guests tonight, you all, one of my guests had their father in the home, and one of them did not have his father in the home. He knows his father, but he wasn't in the home. So we're going to unpack some things on tonight because I really am excited to have young people to really, really talk about this, you all, because you don't get to hear you all's voice, especially with some adults. Okay, so I was so happy that you all agreed to talk about this on tonight because even though, Trinity, you've had your mother and father all your life, life still ain't been easy, but it's been pretty good. So we're going to do a going back and forth with you two, okay? And we're going to start with you first, Trinity. So my first question, and Monica, you jump in anytime you want to jump in on this. So, y'all, this is to the child who has the parent in the home, okay? What is one of your favorite memories about growing up?
With both of the parents or just my father?
Just period about growing up.
Being able to wake up with a roof over my head.
That's good. That's good. Jarrell. What's one of your best memories, or what one of your things about growing up? Just about growing up.
Just spending good times with my family and just really having fun, like with my brother and my mom, just growing up during that time.
Okay. Trinity, having a father in the home, because both of y'all have a father. Okay, you have fathers, but Trinity, having a father in the home, what was the biggest, or the I'm trying to make sure I say the right question, because I got to ask Jarrell the same thing. What was one of the biggest impacts you feel of having your father in the home with you every day as you grew into an adult?
Having a manly protection around the house, like somebody that I know that can handle stuff that most, like, I know my mama probably won't do.
That's good, girl. That's good. Jarrell, same question, brother.
I feel like with me,
With not having, exactly.
I feel like with me, since I was like the oldest, I was really close to the only like man in the house. Sometimes I would have to be like, I got to be protective over this certain stuff, and it's just like, it's like certain things, like, you know, like if somebody like having protection over the house, and then like other things, it's just like, it's hard. It's like it's very hard just being like you know what I'm saying, not having a man in the house.
Yeah,
and it's just like I have to be that man, and it's like nobody's there to teach me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's very
Yeah,
hard.
Baby, you got that?
Yeah, that's deep right there. Because I'm like, you have to do it on your own. It's no instruction book. You're young, but you just have that manly instinct to protect your mom. You have a little sister.
Yes.
And then even a little brother. So I just think that's phenomenal. Did you ever, I guess, how do I put it? Thoughts run through your mind, like what, like if your dad had been there, maybe you wouldn't have to do certain things.
Yeah, it's been times where I just thought, I was just like, sometimes, like definitely like with money too. It's like, it's sometimes like where I can go out to places or things like that, and it's, I wish my mom didn't have to pay all that money. And it's like with like, you know, two parents, it's like my dad can put some in, my mom can, instead of just like my mom mainly just being like the money source. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just
So that's why I was like, man, it's a lot to this thing when you're not present with your child. It leaves a different burden on that child. For me, mine was when my father did come around, which wasn't often, because I had the stepdad that was really my dad. Well, am I supposed to call him daddy? You know, in front of the actual man that's taking care of me. So it's this, and as a child, I shouldn't have had to worry about that. But unfortunately, I did. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
So Jarrell, I do understand your plight with that.
Yes. So I want to jump in on another question, y'all. What are your trust levels? And Trin, I want to start with you, baby, because having your father and having him around, is it hard for you to trust people? Is it hard for you to love people, or I mean, is it hard for you to trust having a father, or do you trust men? Or, I mean, what is?
Yeah, I tend to trust people until like you do me wrong. So I tend to always trust anybody before I just like not fully trust you. So like you have to do something wrong for me not to trust you, not to love you. But that's basically so. Yeah.
What about you, Jarrell? Do you have trust issues?
Yeah, I got some trust issues, you know, and it's like it's kind of hard trusting, like, cause my mom one time she had a boyfriend and stuff like that, and you know,
Yeah.
and it's like hard trusting them, saying like he'll leave or do like the same thing to my little sister and things like that. So it's hard.
Wow. I'm hurting in a sense, but I love the fact that you are still the young man that you are, and you're still thriving and surviving out here in spite of, and we don't want to make it seem like that not having him didn't make you be the man, because I told you I'm gonna step in, and this is a good question. I want to go out because I was just about to go here. Have you ever had someone to step up in your life to be that male figure for you?
Not as much, but I've had my uncle. He's been there all the time. He's always been telling me like I'm his son, things like that. And it's just like I've been around like good men in my life or in my family that's like teaching me I can be a better man than my dad was.
Okay.
Even for my own children.
Okay. So you got anything you want to throw in there?
Now, Blue done threw me off, but go ahead.
Okay, I got this question. How are you when it comes to your forgiveness of your father? Because I have to say this: some dads get in situations and they're like that because they didn't get the nourishment or they weren't taught how to be a dad. Yeah. Okay. Some of us take what our dads did and then it makes us be a better dad. Yeah. Okay. So what actually do you have any unforgiveness in your heart towards your dad and where you are in life right now?
I feel like when I was younger, I probably wouldn't forgive him. I was kind of angry at him and stuff like that. But I just like maturing more and becoming like, you know what I'm saying, better person. I came to like, you know what I'm saying, forgive him and stuff like that, because it's just like I know during the time where he had me, you know what I'm saying, I feel like if he was in my life, it probably wouldn't have been any better, probably cheating on my mom or going in and out the house, leaving, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like just him not being there has built me up like as a stronger person.
Wow. Today. You say you feel like it's built you up as a stronger person. Trinity. And this is just something to think about. Do you think you would have been okay if I wasn't here and it was just you and mom going through life? How do you think that would have been if I was not present?
Yeah, I truly think it would have been totally different. Like, I wouldn't have grown up. This wouldn't have been the life I probably would have been living. It probably would have been Theo having to step up and him having to probably not go to college and probably stay here to help mama, because, you know, jobs around here ain't the best, and sometimes you need two people to provide for a house, not just one, or to provide for any bills. So I think Theo and me would definitely have to chime in to those different things.
Mom, you got anything you want to throw in on this, baby?
Yeah, they went deep on us. We almost had, I mean, I ain't gonna say we almost, well, when you had your heart attack, that was kind of like a wake up for us, because I was like, what if he would have been gone? Because like Trenda said, there's no way, because you're the breadwinner, that I would be able to like keep the house. If you know, it's big. You know, it was just so many thoughts that ran through my mind, and of course through their mind, because when they heard of it, I mean, Theo jumped on the road. Trin was at work. She left before she lost her job, because, you know, but that's because she came to see about her dad. She was like, I don't care nothing about this job. I got to go see about my dad. And so that just speaks volumes for you as a dad, you know, for your kids to drop everything. Because some people, I think kids wouldn't drop anything. They'd be like, oh, you know, I'll go visit another day. But no, they took the time out to come and see about you. But it is a wake-up call when you have your dad and no longer have them. I'm like Trinity. I think things would have went a total different way. We would have to really, really adjust life. So we thank God that he kept you around. Thanking God, Jarrell, that you are, because you are an awesome young man. For you not to have a dad in the home, you are just an amazing young man, very respectful, manable. So my hat's off to you.
And brother, for you to say that, I mean, I know you may get angry sometimes, but for you to have forgiveness in your heart, and you always don't ever let anger take you to a place to where you cannot forgive or be able to talk to him. Because like I say, I don't make excuses for what he did, but we don't know what his life was or what he actually went through. So let's jump back, and that puts me into the next question. Going through life, Trinity, I'm gonna start with you. The one with the father. What fuels you? What motivates you to want to be successful? And I mean, I know you're gonna say your parents, but what in you is growing? And I think good about this. What pushes you or drives you to be successful in life?
Wanting to be the best. That's truly mine. Like, I want to be the best at whatever I do when I grow up. I don't want to be slacking behind.
Ooh. So where did you get that instinct from, or that motivation from?
I'm not gonna lie, seeing all the USA flag football players, they're getting more looks than me, so that makes me want to be the best, to be honest. And then seeing all these movies, I watch a lot of movies, so I'm like sitting here like I could have been on that, or I could have produced that. So just knowing that I could be better than what I think I am.
So Jarrell, what fuels you? What motivates you to want to be successful in life? Because I'm saying these questions to both of you all because I need you all to understand that that's what's going to matter in the end. We're just the foundations for you all to get to where you supposed to get. So what fuels you? What motivates you in life, Jarrell?
I feel like what motivates me is just having to see my mom struggle for like all them years, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to move, I want to move her out and stuff like that, take care of my family. And then when I get my own family, make sure they don't have the same thing, like a dad leaving or dad not being there, you know what I'm saying? Do good for my kids so they can do good, do good for theirs.
You see what I want the world and everyone to understand you all and to see the and it's not a big difference, but you listen to the motivations of a child that has their dad at the house. They can think about other things, you all. They can think about, she said she looks at movies, flag football, and those things that, motivate you to want to be the best, which is excellent because that's where your mind should be at this time. You should never have to think about nothing but bettering yourself as a child growing up. Brother, for you to, first of all, you special because you're thinking about everybody else. Mm-hmm. And
not being selfish.
I get emotional sometimes because I know it's children that's going through this, you all, and they're gonna be good. He's gonna be successful because now I'm gonna step in to help him be successful even the more. And what I can do is a extra help. But just look at the comparison, you all. He thinks about having to help. And this is nothing, Trinity, you be proud of your life, girl, don't you? Because don't think I'm just giving him accolades, because I'm proud that you only think about what's going to elevate you. Because you still got struggles in your mind. We know you still, just because you had both of us in your life, you still have things that you have to deal with as a person, friendship, day-to-day things that you have to deal with, baby. But you don't have the pressure of having to take care of nobody, baby. And that's the difference, and that's the scenario of what's going on. You got anything you want to say with this?
I do want to piggyback. So to relate to you, Trinity, and you, Jarrell, children need guidance, advice, support, and dads make sure that they always provide these things for their child. So I feel like that's what you got. So therefore, by you having that, you can focus on what you want to do in life, like your career, your flag football. Dads also are supposed to be like role models in the household. Therefore, as them being a role model, it shows you, as you as a female, shows you what to look forward to in a man one day. I really didn't have that. Although I did have a stepdad in the house. I know he worked and provided, but it's more to that in life, if that makes sense. I needed that girl, Like dad take the daughter out to dinner and let her see the guy open the door for her. Different things like that. You know, I guess your dad always showed, because we always take you to nice restaurants. And so for me, I didn't get any of that, you know, as when I was growing up. So when I was looking for a man, which was you, we did a lot of first. You know what I'm saying? So I know sometimes you joke, you be like, I am your daddy. In a way, because in a sense.
I had to laugh on that, baby, because I realize that I am your first in a lot of things. So that's why
it's kind of like,
I've said that, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I said that in public before around some other people, and I didn't say that to make you uncomfortable. I said that because of what you just said, baby. I'm your first in a lot of things. So that was good, baby. Keep on.
Yeah. So we just, you know, children, you know, if you don't get it from your father, your stepfather, you know, unfortunately, when you get married, if you have excellent spouse, you will get it kind of sort of in that way. I know people like that don't make sense. That's your spouse, but if he's the one that opens the door, if he's the one that's taking me to my first expensive restaurant, then because my dad didn't do that, he was too busy working to make sure, you know, we have food on the table, and then he had to have his time, you know, because my dad took time to do his hobbies. You know what I'm saying? He didn't let us as children. It's like I got this and that to do, and we kind of got put on the back burner.
Is that right though? Because I got caught up at first like that. Trina, you remember? Do you remember the time when all I did was work, and I wasn't never present?
Yeah.
So that kind of made. I mean, did you feel a strange around that time?
Nah, because depending on like during sports, like I would want you at all the games, but I know that you were the one that was at work. Yes, my mama goes to work, but yes, your job made you work longer. So yeah, it would be like, dang, my dad can't come to my game. But it's never like you wasn't absent. Like you'll for sure ask about it. You'll try to watch it if you can, if it was on stream or on live. Like, yeah.
Good stuff. Girl,
Yeah.
This thing, y'all.
And one more thing, it is important, especially, you know, back in the day when you had to work. And I remember I had to go to the football games, and y'all, I'm the parent, didn't know nothing about football, offense, defense. All I know is if they caught the ball, ran across the line, it was a touchdown. But anything else, I wasn't able to tell him because he was always at work. Even when I'm in the stands, they ask me, "What position your daughter play?" Yeah. And so I said all that to say, guys, be present even in their sports. Every chance you get, if it's practice, games, be there, because us females, some females, especially like me, don't know nothing about the sport, can't really help the child. So I think it's important for you to show up and be present, so that child can remember, hey, my dad was at those games. My dad, because this one right here will run up and down he wouldn't even sit down. He would be at the gate. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's gonna get put out the game. But that right there helped, I think, both of our kids when he was there. In the bleachers, holding their trend saying, do this, do whatever, basketball, do this, do that. And I'm like, Teddy, she gotta listen to her coach. But she will a lot of times listen to her dad as well. So all that plays a valid role,
Man.
In a child's life, period, point blank. Yes, they need dad and they need mom, but I think more so dad, because of what you all, the protection. It's nothing like a love from your dad, you know. We can walk down that thing, so many different things you need in your life from your dad.
So, good other question for you too. And I want you all to pay attention, y'all. Y'all got to listen to these conversations, one without versus one with. Trinity, 20 years from now, what do you see yourself doing? 20 years from now?
I always told myself that I'll be a YouTuber and be something professional in life. And so that's what I see myself doing in 20 years for sure, to make sure that I can bring my parents and my best friends that have been here for me up with me. I want to bring everybody that's been here since the beginning up when I become bigger and better in like with whatever I want in life.
Jarrell, 20 years from now, bro, what you want to be doing?
It's kind of the same thing with Trend, like with the YouTube and making content. And I can see myself, like, obviously moving my mom out the house and then helping, like, my little sister, brother, and things like that. And, like, other family members, too, that I know is going through it, the same thing. And, like, other folks, too. Like, I want to help people. Like, I just want to help people.
Wow.
That's awesome. I mean, they're speaking from the heart, you know?
Yeah.
No coaching. These are off the cut questions.
Yeah.
I know they was wondering. I know Jarrell's a little nervous. But this show is here to help someone, help minister. These are young 19-year-olds. Can you all say this was your thought pattern at 19? You know?
Y'all, listen to these. Ooh.
Just 19 years old.
We
They just finished high school.
Look, me and you was married at 19.
Yeah,
now,
married
so
at 19.
we didn't know what we were doing.
Right.
we was tripping. But we made it. But
Yes,
we made it. And thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm loving your mindset. So I want to throw some out
Come
here
on,
at
come
you
on.
all. So, you always got to have God in your life. Always. So, how does God the Father play a role in you all's life? You understand that question? Because you gotta understand He's the ultimate Father. But how does that play a role in your day-to-day living? Do you look to the Father above to lead and guide you? I know, Trent, your dad's here, but I'm just saying, what role does church and having a relationship with God play in this thing in your life?
I grew up in church. They always took me, so I knew who the Lord was. I just think that I had to find Him on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say it like today. I asked my dad today. I said, "Can I go to a church where I understand what they're talking about, where I can write down, where I can do what I want to do?" I wanted to do this in Campbellsville when I was in school, but I just didn't think they would teach me how I get taught down here. From our pastor that we go to now at Tab, I understand. The one that when I go to New Vision in Murfreesboro, I understand. I just think I had to find what God has set for me and how to find Him myself. I don't think I should have got it from y'all too, or y'all. I understand y'all taught me and y'all tell me, and y'all do give me verses. Y'all tell me, y'all show, but like I said, I had to find it on my own.
Jarrell, same question, baby.
I grew up in the church too, but I feel like getting older and stuff like that, I've started to have more of a relationship with God instead of like more like growing up like, oh, I knew God was real, I believe in God, but it's like now I have a relationship. He's helped me through lots of things and lots of struggles, and I understand that I can't like go through life or do anything without Him being in front of it.
Wow.
Amen.
Y'all, this is the question I need you all to really think about. I need y'all to think about this question I'm about to ask. And Trinity, I want you to be transparent, and I want you to speak to me, because I'm going to ask you first. And then, Jarrell, when I ask you this question, I want you to be transparent and speak to fathers out there in the world. Okay? What conversation do you wish every father could hear? And I want you to be specific, because I'm here to learn as well, Trinity. Okay? You know the things that me and you have went through in our life. You know the times I've hurt you. You know the times you've hurt me. We both have. As father and daughter. We've argued, but we've gotten over it. But I need you to be honest right now and give me the conversation or give me something that you think is a dad. If I miss something, tell me. What father hear from you right now? Or what should I hear from you? And baby, give it to me. It's not gonna hurt me, I promise you, if it's something to hurt. So
y'all should ask me this early. That's a question like truly think on. You said what's
something that you feel like every father should know what they should do for their child, or if it was something that I didn't do, or if something that what should every father know they should do or shouldn't do for their child?
For their daughters, because you know they'll usually go to their mothers about everything. Just make sure that you know that you're somebody that they can come to as well. Because like the other day you was like, you don't have to depend on your mother all the time, or you don't have to ask her every question in the world. You can ask me as well. I can come talk to you about anything. I just wish, I guess, make like to the fathers, make sure y'all daughters know that they can speak to y'all as well. We don't always have to go to our mother. Yes, our mother is, I forgot the word. Yes, I'm supposed to follow my mom, or not follow my mom, but I know she's my nurturer or whatever.
The matriarch of who you look up to as the woman. But you're saying that every father should make room for that conversation for the daughter and the father to be able to dialogue and truly have true conversations, because I feel like me and you, in spite of everything, baby, that we go through, I'm not gonna close up on you. I'm not ever gonna make you feel like you cannot discuss it with me or talk to me. I get angry. I get that from my mother. I can blow up at times. So has my talk to me about my blowing up. Come on, do that real quick.
It could be scary at times. Definitely when you pull a belt out. But it's gotten better over the years, I think, truly. Being able to like know that you know how to tone it down. Because, you know, I am a sensitive person. So, yes, whenever things will go, I'll cry easily. But you learn how to, because I was bad when I was little. So, when you bring the belt out, I know you'll be mad. Because at the end of the day, I have to learn when I was younger. But growing up and you understand that I'm getting more mature, it's easier that, you know, to tone it down and be able to talk to me.
And I'm glad that you went there first, because that's the one thing that I have learned growing with my baby girl is to calm yourself down. She's going to go through things in life. She's going to deal with things in life. But I don't care what my daughter deals with. I'm going to try my best to try to understand her and make sure she can communicate with me. And that was just something we had going on today. And baby, I love you. Jarrell, what conversation do you wish every father could hear or they need to hear?
I feel like every conversation a father needs to hear. I feel like definitely the ones that are in kids' lives. You know, you should always be there, always try to text or even reach out, even if you don't got to be in the house or anything like that. But I feel like that child always needs that, like, you know what I'm saying, that one figure, like, because, you know, you're a part of them, you look like them. So it's just like, it's hard not having that person in your life, or trying to go throughout life, your whole life, not knowing that person or just not seeing that person. Yeah.
Baby, come on. You got this look on your face.
I'm just listening. It's refreshing to hear from the younger generation and for them to give us older people advice. And I pray that if it could be a mother or a father listening, maybe us moms need to tap onto the dads and let them know, hey, maybe, you know, you need to call your son. You know, I mean, sometimes we just got to step on their toes, because what we're hearing is the kids are longing to hear from their dads, and the dad might not even be thinking, and so it might need to bring someone, to tap into their spirit to say, hey, it's about time for you to contact your child, to build a relationship. It's never too late. Apologize, to your child for not being there, and maybe even explaining why, because like I said, it's really not an instruction book. You get these kids, and a lot of things could be going on. So I'm just praying that something was said. Like I say, it could bring, I always say God brings different things to your remembrance. You might have had, God might have pricked your spirit last week, and then we on this show saying you might need to get in touch with your baby dad to say, come spend time with your kids.
Yeah.
And then for Trent to say, hey, Dad, I know sometimes you blow up, but I'm glad that you learned how to tone it down, because we all are human and we're not perfect. And so we're here to communicate our faults and give each other grace on a daily basis. Because like I said, we all can't get it right all the time. So I'm just praying that this helps someone, even if it's just one on today.
Y'all, 2 different paths, 2 different struggles, 2 different stories. But both of them, you all, shows that it's proof that your past does not determine your future.
Amen.
And that's the one great thing that I can say about, like I say, both of these amazing young kids on tonight, that they're not going to let, even with a good past or a bad past, it's not going to determine what they're going to be in life. Because, like I say, having a father in the house, it could have been a bad thing, even having a father there. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave this thing alone, because I don't want to feel like I'm picking on men. I don't want to feel like I'm picking on men. But if you, and I'm gonna say it this way, if you are a grown man, let me say that first of all, you're a child if you impregnate a woman. And I'm sorry for this one. Now, please don't feel attacked. But 2 things: if you impregnate a woman and you don't take the responsibility to at least help raise the child, and I'm not talking about just money, I'm talking about mentally, financially. You don't have to be there with the mother, but you have to be there for the child. If you're not doing that, you're not going to be successful. First of all, I'm sorry. I most men that I know that did not help or be there for their child, they're struggling financially, they're struggling mentally, they're struggling even physically. The ones that I know that was not there to help in some capacity for their children. Wake up. The world is not what's doing it. It's in your home. It's your home is where it starts. So men, if you're not doing your part, fathers, they give us a whole day that they say, Dad, we see we're gonna call it Dad's Day. We're gonna start saying, me and you gonna start calling it Dad's Day, because that's the true thing. Men, step up. That's all I can say. And all these men out here that don't want to have a child, you're missing out on the best thing that you could ever do in your life. It is nothing more precious in a man's. You cannot make enough money to make you happy. But when I look over at y'all kids and these children, no matter what y'all do or what y'all go through, I'm gonna always be proud and love and know that I created. I'm gonna always be proud of that. So men, Father's Day is around the corner. Dad's Day is around the corner. If you have not done what you're supposed to do as a dad, it's time now to step up. It's time now to be present. It's time now. We're in a time and age to where our young people need us so much right now. They cannot struggle and go through life like they're going through and dealing in this life like this, you all, without the proper care, the proper nourishment, the proper mental capacity that they need to be successful in life. So men, please step up for Dad's Day. We love you. You have been listening to WFTB 104.1 Tab Nashville Gospel Radio. We apologize, y'all, for our grand dog being with us. Y'all might have heard him, Blue, in the building with us. We had to watch him for our son. He's all going on vacation. But you two tonight, I appreciate you all.
Yes, we do.
Thank you all for even allowing us to use you on tonight's show, because we use you all well, and I say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We love you all. Monica, take us on up out of here, baby.
You've been listening to Tab Nashville Gospel Radio, WFTB 104.1, and Sacrificial Conversations on YouTube. You all have a blessed night, blessed week. Love you. Bye.